They were ashamed. They were naked. They were covering themselves. And then guess what happens? God shows up. This is what he does. When we blow it, God shows up. And he doesn't show up. He doesn't show up with a spanking spoon. He shows up with paper and pen to say, I'm here to establish a covenant. I'm here to write the covenant. I'm here to rewrite it. See, just when we think that we have ruined everything, God shows up with an arrangement. He doesn't just show up going, listen, this is the problem. But he shows up with a paper and pen and says, where do we need to sign this new deal? I'm here to reestablish some things in you, Adam. I'm not just here to rebuke you. There's a rebuke coming, but I'm not just here for that. I'm here to reestablish some things. You serpent, I will cause hostility, enmity between you and the woman, and between your offspring and her offspring. He will strike, listen, he will strike your head and you will strike his heel. And he said, from her, I'm going to produce an offspring that will crush your head. Yeah, you'll snap his heel. You'll cause a little blow, but it won't be deadly. But the blow that he brings will triumph over you completely. So he provides a covering. So here's Adam and Eve walking around naked, ashamed between each other, ashamed before God, with their fig leaves sewn together. That lasts about, I don't know, a couple hours. Then they dry up and fall off. Well, we're naked again. Let's sew another one. Can you imagine? Some of you, you've been living your life like that. You've been going around, I just cover it up today. Tomorrow I'll cover it up a little bit. I'll try to cover it up tomorrow, but nothing really deals with the shame that I feel. So God says, you know what I'll do? I'll deal with the covering. I'll cover their shame. And this is what it says in Genesis 3:21. It says, Yahweh Elohim, the covenant-keeping God, the God of promise, made clothing from animal skins. He made a blood sacrifice to cover their shame and makes clothing out of animal skins for them. He didn't ask them to do it. He said, I'll do it. This brings a permanent covering, not something that's going to go away in a couple hours, a couple days, or a couple of weeks. It's a covering in that covenant that will last forever.